Hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening? What's going on, everybody? Hey Douglas, hey Smoking, how you doing? Wow, you guys were on here before even I was. Wow. All right. Well, it looks like we've got some people shuffling in. Well, we'll give it a minute, let everybody show up. So it's all good. How are you doing, dog? Go lay down. Go lay down. I'm live streaming here. Go lay down. Good girl. Hey 12, hey Canadian, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you guys showing up. Having a little bit of my seltzer water. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Hey Andy, how you doing, man? Hey Frank, there you are. Okay. Yeah, like that's not a troll, right? Hey Smoking, how you doing? Hey Christine, how you doing? I'm on time for once. There you go. Hey Mike, good to see you here. Hey No Plastic. Matt Tress. Nope, Cellmaster won't be on my channel ever again. Sorry. Not happening. How's things down under, Mike? Good morning to you, sir. It is. Huh. Well, for the first time here in Port Washington, I can hear someone blowing a conch. For those of you guys that don't know that, it's a common practice amongst anchorages with a lot of sailboats in there that someone will take a conch horn. You know, the conch, the snail, the great big snails, they make them into horns and they'll blow it and make a sound, and yeah, somebody was just blowing a conch out there, so pretty cool. Oh, hey, Stuck in BC, Palmer, what's up? Not as bad here as over there, apparently. Yeah, apparently not. Hey, Winston, how you doing? I thought he seemed pleasant. Long story, not getting into it. So, hey, Hank. From the Keys, conch. Yes, there you go, 12. Yep, you're correct. So, yeah, from the Keys. From the Keys, so. Anyhow, guys, so 68 people in already. I might as well go ahead and jump right into it. If you noticed my photo, the thumbnail photo that I used today was a picture of Bern, North Carolina, a marina in Bern, North Carolina. And as you could see, all was lost. The marina's gone, all the boats were gone. It's just wiped clean. Everything's off the face of the earth. So, hey, Coyote. So, yeah, pretty sad tidings, actually. Pretty sad tidings. Looks like a lot of the waterfront establishments, a lot of the marinas and stuff just got devastated there in the North Carolina, northern South Carolina area. So, that picture was supposedly taken yesterday, either this morning or yesterday. I'm not sure how recent it was, but yes, recent. Back wasn't bad towards you. Yeah, Matt, we're not getting into it. So anyhow, Flo, let's talk about Flo real quick. Flo's petering out. She's petering out pretty quickly. There's a lot of wind, but really slowed down. There's no winds onshore right now being reported over 30 miles an hour. There's 50-mile-an-hour winds offshore right now. But very few of them. Most of the stuff offshore is also down in that 20, 30 mile an hour. So it's almost not even a hurricane anymore. Almost down to a tropical storm. Although she's still twisting. But she's petering out very quickly. Now, with that said, there's still some 18, 19-foot waves hitting the shoreline. There's lots of rain coming down. So there's a lot of flood damage and that kind of stuff going on. Just a lot of damage. However, it's not nearly as bad as everybody had projected. So there's that. So that looks like it might not be too bad. So, oh, Doug, I don't know. I just looked at it a moment ago, and that's what I'm seeing being reported right now. So, I mean, literally just moments ago. So, whatever. Anyhow. Hey, Austin, how you doing, buddy? So that's kind of what's going on with Flo. It looks like she's kind of petering out, not going to do as much damage. I mean, still doing a ton of damage, but not doing nearly what she could have done had she ran ashore as a Category 3 or Category 4. So she really lost the wind in her sails and is now spinning out, which I kind of am thankful for a lot of reasons. Obviously, to save all those people down there, and it's a shame to see a marina like you saw in my thumbnail there, where all the boats were gone. But it's even it's not as bad as it could have been. Yeah, well, but Doug, I know 4 people lost their lives, but only 4. Only 4 for a hurricane to hit continental United States and only lose 4 people. That's really a low body count right now. Still winds of tropical forms. Okay. Tropical storm force. Okay. Any luck with the weather window? Yeah, I'm going to get into that. I'll get into that here for just a moment. So, anyhow, so I'm hoping when I get down there, there won't be too much damage. Oh, one was a newborn baby. Well, that's really tragic. Huh. Family lives in Myrtle Beach. Wow, okay. Hey, pilot. So far, we'll lose more to flash floods. Yes, yeah, the flooding is going to be the biggest problem. So, news said 70 miles an hour. And I'm sure it was 70 miles an hour, as much as a couple hours ago. But they're reporting right now that that's no longer the case, that she's really losing speed. So, you're one of the 4. Well, yes, Palm Lemon, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not minimizing it. I'm not trying to belittle it at all. I'm just saying that, a hurricane hitting the continental United States, and so far the death toll is only 4. Okay, when a hurricane hit Puerto Rico, they lost 2,500 people. On Puerto Rico, just Puerto Rico lost 2,500 people. I'm trying to keep this in perspective for you guys, okay? I'm not saying it's it's not bad that only 4 people died. I'm not saying that that's a good thing, except it's certainly not. It's tragic that 4 people died. But it certainly wasn't the 2,500 people that happened when Puerto Rico got hit with a hurricane. So I'm just trying to keep it real, guys. So you guys can inject any kind of bias you want on this, but whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. I just think that if it's bad that 4 people died, but it was only 4 people. And that's really minimal. So right now what we're looking at is, yeah, the floodwaters, Winston, is going to be a problem. All that runoff and stuff is going to reroute some of the channels. There's going to be a lot of accretion going on, which means the water's going to wash the sand and mud down and change the currents and change the flow, change the direction of some of the shape of some of the water systems there. There's going to be a lot of shoaling. There's going to be a lot of shallow areas where there wasn't. All the places that were recently dredged out have no doubt somewhat silted back up and filled back in a little bit. So all these things are going to be a problem for me navigating going down there on a personal side. But so I don't know. We're going to see. It's just going to be a watch and wait and get down there and see what happens. It's going to be probably the better part of a month before I get down into that countryside. At least 3 weeks, 4 weeks probably before I get down to that area. It's going to be sometime in, mid-late October by the time I get there. So, hopefully things will have been normalized by then, and maybe they could have, remarked some. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how long it'll take the people in that area to recover and reorganize things. I know a lot of these things get done. Some things get done very quickly. Some things take forever. Of course, anything involving an insurance company is just going to take forever. So, so we'll see what happens with that. Oh, 50 words or less. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Facebook Live from North Carolina today. Oh, the picture you sent earlier? Yeah, that was funny. Yep, that was funny. Okay. Plans for heat. It'll be cold at night. And even colder on the water. Yeah, we'll see. Going to be many changes to the shoreline. Yep. Florence was introduced to us as fear porn, weather fear porn. Yes, that's right. That's right. There's a lot of that stuff going on, Patriot Canadian. So, huge rain event, bad weather. Yep. Okay, so accretion, good word. I haven't heard that in a long time. See the thing you learn here. Well, palm limit, you know, it's one of those terms us realtors use to describe the gain and loss of land. So, as a realtor, that's a real problem when people own waterfront property. Do they lose land or gain land depending on how the water erodes the bank or builds the bank? So, makes a difference. Makes a difference. So, anyhow, everybody seems to be really interested in my schedule and what's going on. I'm still waiting for some bulbs. A very good friend of mine on here who's listening right now, actually. Hey, Austin, congratulations, dude. Anyhow, sent me some LED bulbs to replace the bulbs in my lights here in the cabin. Douglas has them. They've arrived at Douglas's house today in the mail. And Douglas is going to come over and visit me tomorrow morning, supposedly. And when he does that, I will have those bulbs. So that's the only thing being delivered to me that I'm aware of that I'm kind of waiting on. And I wanted to get that done so that I could beat feet and get going. So got the bulbs this afternoon. Okay. Well, they reported the bulbs were delivered earlier today, Douglas, but you probably didn't get up or go outside till this afternoon. So anyhow, so my schedule. Okay. I've been, working back and forth, looking at what's going on with the United Nations, looking at the currents, looking at the tides, looking at, I don't know. Right now, I'm thinking I may leave here on Monday. I may leave here on Sunday. I may leave right now. I have no idea when I'm going to leave. I'm going to be nice. That's all right, Doug, buddy. It's all good, brother. It is all good. Very cool. The LEDs make a huge difference in energy consumption. Yep, that's what I'm counting on. So, I thought we were friends, Bill. I didn't say we weren't friends, Bill. Obviously, I deleted that video yesterday because I just didn't want to hear all the nonsense from people. So, yes, of course, the dog is absolutely fine. She was fine when she fell in. She was fine as she was swimming around the boat, and she was fine when I got her back on the boat. The dog's absolutely fine. The only people freaking out about it apparently are viewers. So, but that's what I was not wanting to have to deal with, which is why I deleted the video yesterday. Not a big deal. Not some great big huge issue. I just deleted it because I didn't want to listen to the crap. So, yep. She's made to seem. She's made to swim. Yes, she is. Yep. I just didn't want to have to deal with it would be, so I deleted it. So. Anyhow, yes, Lily fell in. That happens. Actually, that's only the second time that she has fallen in. She did it once when we were pulling the mast in Buffalo, New York, way back when, in May. Back in May in Buffalo, New York, she fell in while we were tied to the dock, actually. While we were tied to the dock and in the process of taking the mast down, that's when she fell in. In that case, she just got up on the shore and came ashore. So, since then, and I might as well get into this so I can nip all this stupid nonsense in the butt once and for all. Since then, she and I did a man overboard drill where I put her off the side of the boat into the water, and I was able to successfully net her and bring her back into the boat that time. Apparently now she's gotten wise to the net, and even though I tried netting her last night, she kept swimming back out of it instead of letting me pull her up with it. The first time she let me pull it up with it. So the new plan is just, you know, common sense. If she falls in, I'm simply going to drop the ladder. I'll go in the water, grab her, pull her up onto the dock or up onto the ladder, just like I did last night. She was fine. I was fine. She got back on the boat. Not a problem. Anyhow, yep, she's a water dog, so she's fine. All right, so with that said, my plans, you know, I don't know exactly when I'm leaving. Right now, what I would like to do is I would like to leave here, get down through Hellgate in a reasonable time frame with the current, because I can't do it really against the current. With the current, get down through Hellgate, and then be able to make it over to the New Jersey coast in time to anchor up for the evening. Right now, if I were to try doing that, I would have to be here till like Wednesday or Thursday or Friday of next week before I would have the optimal current and tide schedule. There are some other options which I'm still researching and looking at that may change that. So you guys are going to find out when I leave here, As I'm leaving, I will let you know I'm leaving. But until then, I'm just not going to get into it because I just tired of listening to all the people bitch and complain about me not doing as I said. So I'll do it when I damn well feel like doing it. So there you go. But what if you have a 6-foot knot current? Well, if I have a 6 knot current, then the boat's traveling at 6 knots the same time the dog is, isn't it? What about the rigging? How is one expected to get on and off of a boat yet still remain safe? It's called a ladder. Yeah, Martin, exactly right. Yeah, on Tula's Endless Summer, their little dog, and they got a little foo-foo dog, their little dog fell in and swam to shore. You're right, swam about a mile. So we're moving on, guys. So thanks, Woodbees, appreciate it. Anyhow, you know, it was fine. The dog's fine. I'm fine. Get over it, people. Deep breaths. Yeah, Mike, I'm fine. I'm just frustrated with so many people telling me how I got to live my life. So I'm too old for people to tell me how to live my life. I have no patience for it anymore. Sophisticated, otherwise I don't think we would be here. Yeah, Winston, well then if that's the case, then you need to trust me and let you know that she's fine and I'm fine and it's all good. So don't worry about it. Yep, new running lights would be good. Actually, they're not LED running lights. I already have LED running lights. No, the lights are the bulbs for inside the salon here. So Ellie asked me what happened to Lily after she fell in. I told her that she got wet. Don't people realize that dogs? Yep. She is a good swimmer. So, you know, John, you'd be attacked by as many people as I've been attacked in the last 6 months, and tell me what kind of a mood you're going to be in. So, I didn't start this live stream out to be in a bad mood, but I'm getting in a bad mood from all these people giving me a hard time. So, anyhow, I'm moving on, whether you like it or not. So, Miss Lily and I are fine. Now, I do have one big problem with Miss Lily that I am trying to correct, and Miss Lily's got fleas. We bought some flea medication stuff that we put on here. This is Frontline Plus, very spendy stuff. We applied that the first of the month. When we did that, she did not have any fleas anymore. They were all gone. But apparently the life cycle of a flea, she had some egg sacs or something on her. They certainly weren't on the cushions because I've already gone through and cleaned all of them, but they were on her. And anyhow, so she's reinfested with fleas again. So I don't know what to do exactly with her. I bought some flea shampoo and am washing her. That seems like it's helping, but not fixing anything. Yes, we need a flea balm. I actually have one, which I'm going to let off tomorrow when I take Lily ashore for a little visit tomorrow. And that will hopefully kick everything in here. But what I found is that the local veterinarian, well, she doesn't need an antibiotic. I don't have wet and dirty mats, Bill. There are no wet and dirty mats on the boat. She's infested, so is the cabin. Yeah, well, it's not, okay? Fleas, I hate fleas. Are they throughout the boat? No. Okay, guys, look. There's only fleas on the dog. There's no fleas on the cushions. There's no fleas on the floor. There's only fleas on the dog. She doesn't have like a big comfy bed that she sleeps on. She sleeps on the same bed that I have. I have no fleas on me at all. There's fleas on her. So we are going to let off a bomb inside here. But what I need to do is I need to pick up I call the vet. There's a vet office directly across the street from the Stop and Shop dock where I usually go and where I was earlier today, actually. I went ashore and I did laundry and I picked up some flea shampoo and some other stuff, some necessary stuff like, you know, toilet paper and that kind of stuff. Anyhow, I called the vet's office and they have these little pills, like a little, you know, us guys joke about taking our little blue pill. Well, for the dogs, they have this little pill that they give the dog. She gets one of them every 30 days. And supposedly, from what I understand from the vet, it just nips the fleas right. I mean, it just kills, it just does away with it right now. So she gets one pill every day, one pill at the first of the month for the next 3 months. So I gotta go down and get those spendy little suckers. $20 a pill, $20, and you gotta get 3 of them. So it's gonna be $60 for dealing with these friggin' fleas. But yeah, that's what I got to do. I got to go down and buy 3 pills tomorrow for 60 bucks so I can give her the stuff. So anyhow, what did I miss? Something happens to Lily. The channel is done. People care a lot for Lily. How much for the vet, for the flea treatment? Yeah, it's 60 bucks for that. I'm playing hell with fleas on my dog right now too. Yeah, Paul, but they're a problem. So, need to read that frontline container. It will get rid of the fleas. It takes time. Yeah, well, Bob, I've applied it once, and then you're supposed to, and I'm not going to be able to apply it again until the 1st of the month. I spoke with the veterinarian about it, and the veterinarian highly recommended these pills, and I've had other people on my channel also comment and recommend those pills. This is sort of a new treatment. They didn't have this, you know, back in the day. This is a new way they're doing with it now, and supposedly it is much more effective. So I understand the pill is much more effective than the frontline stuff. Bill Carson says, I know Labs and she needs a vet ASAP. No, she doesn't need a vet ASAP. Keep the front line on her. It takes 3 months to break the cycle. Yeah, I am keeping the front line on her. Yep, 60 bucks. Yeah, I just bought very expensive heart medication for her, and yeah, and she what she had to be tested for. So yeah, dogs are expensive proposition, guys. She doesn't have ticks. No, Callie. I took her to Petco for her heartworm medication, not fleas. Different subject. Sounds like you're having it under control. That I'm working on it, John. No, you said a few. No, you said. What are you talking about? No, I said a few. Whatever. Okay, guys. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm moving on. So anyhow, I got to go spend 60 bucks tomorrow and see what I can do to get flea meds for the dog. But we'll see how that goes. Okay. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, any donations are always welcome, folks. You know that. Trying to move on. How's the tooth? The tooth is fine. The tooth is fine. You know, I had a lot of friends of mine, and people suggest that I gargle with what was it? Baking soda and hydrogen peroxide. And so I thought about that. You know, hydrogen peroxide kills germs and stuff. Well, you know what else kills germs? Rum kills germs. And so what I've been doing, and what worked highly effectively, and rather enjoyably too, I might add, is I simply, you know, like 3 times yesterday, I took a little, you know, half shot of rum and sloshed it around in my mouth and sucked it back and forth through the tooth opening, and it was done. You know, it cleaned it up. So the tooth is not bothering me at all. Zero pain today, not one bit of issue. So, in addition to germs, it also does in livers. Yeah, probably. So I really don't think a half a shot of rum is going to do in my liver. So, anyhow, please not gargle with bay water anymore. All kinds of germs floating. Oh, there's germs everywhere, David. You know, the idea is to get your body built up so your body naturally fights off all those germs. That's the idea. You don't try to protect yourself from germs. You try to get your immune system built up so it can handle those germs. So anyhow, guys. Yeah, see, listen, ice. I'm drinking ice cold beverages. It's not bothering my tooth a bit. So, in fact, I think the only reason why the tooth was really bothering me bad is I had eaten a salt bagel. And I think a piece of salt actually got down inside the cavity, and I think that's what caused it to hurt. Now that you know, I don't have any salt in there, and whatever, it's just not bothering me anymore. So let us move on, guys. Carl, I hope you can save this downhill story, maybe take a day off and think, just noticing the comments. I don't have a downhill story here at all. I'm looking forward to seeing you using your beautiful lure collection. Well, yes, honeybees, I am too. Thank you for the change of conversation. Yes, I am very much looking forward to it. In fact, I was, you know, I don't know if you can see it right here behind me. I have brochures. Miss Lily and I had to laugh. Miss Lily and I were looking at fish pictures. We were looking at fish pictures. This is the fishes of the Florida Keys. I know it looks backwards in the picture, guys, but we were brushing up on our fishes that we can catch down in the Florida area. And some of the fishes that I'm really excited about being able to go down there and fish for. When I was down there in 2015, we went out on one of the bridges, you know, on the bridges there along the highway, and we were on the overseas highway, and we caught some snappers. I caught one really pretty good sized snapper. And I brought it back and flayed it out, and we put that snapper on the grill and grilled it, and then with blackening seasoning on it, we blackened it, and then ended up making a blackened fish sandwich with it with some, let me see, it had like coleslaw and avocado, and I mean, it was a weird concoction that I never would have imagined doing myself, but it was, you know, a recipe that was highly recommended. Oh my God, was it good. So I'm really looking forward to getting down there and catching some more snappers. Those snappers, the Caribbean, you know, the snappers that they have down there, not what we call snappers up here in New England. But I'm really looking forward to going down there and catching some of them. Some mahi-mahi and some tuna and some of the other really good eating fish. Somebody asked me today, why aren't I fishing up here? Well, I don't fish up here because I've fished here before. I've caught everything there is to catch in this water, I've caught. When I was a kid, I fished all over this place. Bluefish I've caught, snappers I've caught, striped bass I've caught, flounder, fluke, all of those, everything in this water, sea robins, whatever, I've caught everything. You know, the little sharks and stuff. I mean, we've caught everything here. It doesn't interest me. It doesn't interest me at all. And then the other question was, well, why aren't you scuba diving? Why aren't I scuba diving? Because I can't, if I go in the water and I put my hand out at arm's length, not even at arm's length, half of my arm's length, I can't see my hand. That's how bad the visibility is here. Why the hell would I want to scuba dive in this water? You can't see anything. You just can't see anything. The water turbidity is so bad. It's so brown. You just can't see. So that's why I'm not scuba diving. So for those people who are complaining about the fact that, oh, you're not scuba diving, you're not fishing, you're not doing, you know, kiss my butt. I'll get to that stuff when I damn well get to it. So, and Winston, you're right. I don't have scuba gear, but I do have my free diving gear, and I can free dive. So. You fix your anchor, mast, nav lights yet? Yes. You reasonably. You reasonably? Okay. Yes, yes, and yes. Roddies are awesome too. Not your mouth, no bay water, please. 90 days. What's your favorite fish to eat? Favorite fish to eat? Oh boy. That would be hard to answer. Wow. Too many good fish out there to answer that. I'm sorry. Can you fish in Buoyancy Harbor and what time? Yeah, I don't want to fish in Buoyancy Harbor. Buoyancy Harbor is again just about as dirty as Manhasset Bay is here, but I can go offshore and I can fish, or I can fish some of the other areas around there. Buoyancy Harbor being a crowded, crowded harbor with a whole bunch of boats anchored just like it is here. You know, the water's not the cleanest there. So. And again, there's not a lot of fish right in that area anyway, so. Oh. Need pictures of mermaids, okay. Pretty filling, awesome. Nine millimeter James, that actually sounds like a good idea. Sorry about that. Okay. I think I caught up with the chat. No, I didn't. What is the depth there? I'm anchored right now in 13 feet of water. I'm going to where it would probably... Well, tiny boy, thank you for that. Very good. Oh, wood beef, I'm not letting them bother with me. Oh, yeah, right. Yes, flounder wood beast, excellent fish. Flounder is one of my favorites. Swordfish, also a very good favorite. Yep. Blue cod. Well, Mike, imagine that. You would want a New Zealand fish or a down under fish, right? Okay. Thanks, Frank. I love lake perch. Yeah, lake perch are pretty good too. Missed you on the 13th, no videos, boo. Well, that happens. Not up to date. Are you still in New York? For the time being, Mary, I am in New York right now. I may not be in New York tomorrow, but I am in New York today. So my departure from New York is imminent. It's just a matter of waiting for the proper weather window and opportunity to get out of here, but my leaving the bay here is imminent. About time to get on the road again, so take a holiday. Yeah, take a holiday from life, huh? Yeah, sorry. Oh man, stuck. You're possibly leaving tomorrow. I might. You never know. But I love cod. I also love whiting and salmon. Not a big whiting fan. Smoked whiting, you know, is common. Definitely not a salmon fan unless I catch the silver salmons myself. I'm really not into salmon. Halibut, however, is awesome. Catfish is very good, Christine. You're right. Yeah. Freshwater rainbow trout, saltwater North Atlantic cod, or scrod. Huh. Okay. Start spreading the news. Carl's leaving today. He wants to be a part of it. New York, New York. There you go. Yeah, hey, you never know. You never know. You know, I might be in New York City tomorrow, so we'll see. Nah, they're not plastic. I'm over them. Actually, it's not the trolls that's bothering me here. It's all of the, telling me how to live my life stuff that tends to bother me. So, leaving for Hawaii. Awesome. Sounds like a fun trip. You always mention me, just a girl with a love for sailing. Okay, weather window. Redfish. There you go. Freshwater trout is good. Yep. Huh. Yeah, when I lived in Montana, we used to catch a lot of trout there in the Yellowstone River, and the all those rivers in through that area. They're just phenomenal fishing there in the Yellowstone area. I mean, I had a house on a bank overlooking the Yellowstone River. I mean, literally, the view outside my front window was the Yellowstone River. We fished the Yellowstone all the time, and I don't know. I was never really a fan of trout. It's kind of Doug's going to get upset with me for saying it. It's mushy. It's not a firm fleshed fish. It tends to be kind of mushy, as compared to something like a halibut or a swordfish or a shark steak or something that tuna. They don't tend to be mushy, but trout I find are a little mushy. Yeah, walleye's a very good fish. Yep, great for breakfast camping. You said you were all leaving together. Actually, gone sailing. I spoke with a lot of boaters today. I went and did laundry this morning, and at the laundromat there was let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 4 other boats at the laundromat, and then on the walk coming and going to the laundromat, I must have run into 2 or 3 other couples that were all cruisers and sailors. And the general consensus is it looks like everybody here is going to be leaving like Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in there, it looks like everybody's going to be heading south. There was a lot of conversation at the laundromat today in reference to the United Nations, because the UN General Assembly starts on Tuesday. And so there's a possibility, depending on who shows up at the UN General Assembly, that they may close the Hudson River. Or I'm sorry, the East River. And if they close the East River, then that creates a bit of a problem for slow-moving sailboats, because there's 2 channels on either side of Roosevelt Island. Here's the United Nations. There's one channel here. That's the one everybody likes to go down. The other channel, there's a bridge across it. And the bridge operator is a bit of a butt. He will not respond. I mean, he opens the bridge pretty much whenever he wants to open the bridge. So if you're coming down with your boat in the current, which is really ripping through there, can be as high as 3.5, almost 4 knots of current. And my boat only does 5 knots. So it's very hard for me to turn my boat around and head up into the current to try to give myself time for this guy to open up the bridge. Plus, it's a very narrow channel, so I barely have room to turn my boat around. Certainly would not do to put my boat in reverse and try to hold position just by reversing, because it would be all over the place. It's just a very dangerous situation. So I'm highly motivated to get past the East River prior to Tuesday. So either tomorrow, Sunday, or Monday, but someone's having a puppy dream. She's on the floor and she's moving her paws and stuff. She's having a little puppy dream. So, okay. So let me go back and see what I missed. Apparently I missed. Yeah, they're both leaving. Shark, yep. I don't care for freshwater fish. Really too mushy. Mahi-mahi. Any hotties in the laundromat? Eh, not really. Sea bass. There you go. Do you have definitive plans once you get to long-term anchor in Florida, or are you going to just wing it? Yes and no. And I'm not going to go into those plans at this time. Oh, Anchors Ahoy was timed out. Wow. Not again, Carl. Oh, can't type that fast. Yeah, I get it, ma'am. Yep, that's my dog. Can I see her? Not right now. She's asleep. How long do I have to wait to put the sails up? Watching this channel, I hope to learn how to avoid motoring everywhere. Funny. What did anchors do? I have no idea what anchors did. Never saw anything bad out of Sail. Okay, we're not going to talk about Sailmaster, guys. The guys put. I'm just going to say this real quick, and just to clear the air here, so you guys understand it. Sailmaster has put up a lot of negative stuff about me, and then turns around. Oh, I didn't say anything bad. Bullshit. You know, he did. So, and he hosts a lot of negative crap. So I'm done. I'm not. I mean, inviting him back onto my channel would be the equivalent of picking up a rock and putting it in my shoe. I'm not going to do that. So, you know, he's gone. So get over it, people. Sailmaster's not coming back. And I don't care how many people he cajoles into or how many new personalities he grabs and other fake names that he uses to try to get back on here. The guy's history. So not coming back. Not now, not ever. 55 next week. Well, congratulations, Weather Window. Very cool. Okay. Explain what makes someone a troll. I'm confused. Please explain. I'm not being ugly, just curious. What makes people a troll is their history and their nature of the questions and comments that they make. And mostly their history and past behaviors. So being troll-like. So you're either supportive and you're enjoying watching the content, participating, or you're not. And I have no tolerance or patience for negative stuff in my life. I'm 60 years old. I've been there. I've tried to be a good guy. I've been patient with people. But it's my time now. I'm 60 years old. I'm going to do what I damn well want to do from this point going forward. And I have no patience for fools. So your coconut oil to rinse your mouth. Yeah. Some other people also mentioned the coconut oil plastic. I appreciate that. Yep. Although I tell you what, rum is just a lot more fun. You know, it's just, for me, it's just a lot more enjoyable and a lot more fun. I got a dog hair or something going across my lens, sitting here trying to read the chat, and I got this line in my face. These glasses need a good cleaning. So anyhow, me and the dog are fine. The boat's pretty well all together. I got like 3 little jobs I have to do. I've got to put oil in the engine, top up the oil. I want to tighten the rig up on this side one more time, just a little bit more. I've got just like a couple minor jobs that really won't take more than, you know, an hour or so to do everything I got to do to the boat yet before I can head out of here. And so we'll see. We'll just see. It just depends on the weather window and what's going on. So, do you have PayPal? Yes, Vincent, I do. There's a link in the description down below, and I'm sure one of my moderators will probably put a link up here for you to be able to highlight and just click on. So, Bill, I didn't say you shouldn't say anything. I just, you know, when I tell you the dog is fine, the dog's fine. I don't tolerate. Different point of view. I just got back from my first day. Hey, all right, Gene, how'd it go, buddy? The ASA 103 class. Awesome. Awesome. You're doing that up in Boston area, right? Probably getting a little chilly out there on the bay, isn't it? What is your plan if the engine peters out? Well, I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. What's your plan when the engine in your car dies? I mean, what's your answer to that? I don't know. What are you going to do? Thank you, Frank. There you go. There's my PayPal link. Should anybody want to contribute to the adventure, there's the PayPal link. So anyhow, we've been beating up this dead horse and beating myself up here pretty good for a bit. We were sailing 133. Oh, nice. Yeah, good boat. Not exactly a offshore boat, but certainly great around that area. So not bad. So yeah, stuck in BC. I can put my little mini outboard out there and run that. Or I will replace it, Carl. Well, then there you go. So that's what I would do. Probably. Actually, probably not. Probably costs more to put a new engine in this boat than what this boat is worth. So I would probably ditch the boat at that point. Did you get the LED lights yet? Came in late. Nope. Doug has them, but hey, Doug's not been able to deliver them over to me. He won't until the morning. So weather was great. Should be for the rest of the weekend. Oh, Gene, that's awesome, buddy. Yeah, actually, it is kind of supposed to be sunny and nice this next week. So you probably are going to have ideal weather for finishing out your class. How long is that class? Is that like a week-long thing? Is that how you're doing it? I think you can do it like all in one week, or you can do it like weekends, like forever. What system or what setup do they have for you on that? I can set you up with a slip for 2 days. Windmill Harbor Marina. Oh, really? In Georgia? Well, cool, Sea Lover. I appreciate that. As I get closer to Georgia, we pass. Okay, well, then you've got ideal weather, although Tuesday is supposed to get ugly. But if it's a 3-day class, then you're going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and be done. So, awesome, dude. Very good. Enjoy your weekend, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Are you learning a lot, though? That's the question. ASA 103, you should be. A lot of good material covered in that, as I understand. Yep, there you go. Cool. Good job, Gene. Good to hear it, brother. Okay, so anyhow, kids, that's about that's it. That's all the news. It is news across the nation for here in Miss Lily too. Did laundry today. Picked up some last-minute provisions. We bought flea shampoo for the dog. She really hates getting a bath too. That's one of the jobs I'm going to do tomorrow morning is give her a bath, but she really hates getting a bath. It's like the worst. I could take a 2x4 and beat her with a 2x4, and she would not be as offended as she would be of me giving her a bath. Giving her a bath is cruel and unusual treatment as far as my dog is concerned. She does not like that. So it's going to be fun tomorrow morning, early, giving her a bath. But I want to get it done early tomorrow morning. That way I can use up all the fresh water that I've got, or not all, but a good amount of the fresh water I have on board. And I can get it refilled here easily. When I go to the town dock to meet with Doug, I'll bring my jug along. So she's getting her flea bath at first thing tomorrow morning, probably about 7 a.m. tomorrow. And all the cushions are coming off the chairs here in the salon, the seating in the salon, so she won't be able to get them all wet like she did when she fell in the other day. So, well, she's not experiencing any pain, Bill, so I don't think this infestation is painful to her, except for the occasional mosquito bite. Just be gentle. Oh, of course. You better take care of your buddy, Doug. I always take care of my buddy, Doug. There you go, Doug. Garage Talk with Doug, Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. YouTube, tune in and check it out. There you go, guys. See, we take care of Doug. Hey, Doug, that reminds me. Did you get that text message I sent you about Facebook? And while we're on here, so the other guys can see, Doug's trying to get a new channel off the ground on YouTube. He's doing a live stream at 5 p.m. on Saturdays where Doug is talking about cars, kind of like the Click and Clack the Tappet Brothers did on National Public Radio. Very, very similar to that. And what I suggested to Doug that he should do is he should get on Facebook and join as many of the car groups that there are on Facebook. And I'm sure there's a Facebook group for probably every make and model car out there. Certainly the cars that Doug likes, you know, the old classics and stuff like that. There's probably 10,000 car groups on Facebook, I would imagine. I think he should jump on there, become members of some of the larger ones. And this way, when he goes to do his talk on YouTube, he can put a link out on those groups telling people to tune in and listen to his show. So I think it would be really wise for Doug to do that. And, you know, it would probably allow his channel to grow very, very quickly if he were to go and do that. So, I mean, right now, the only exposure he's got is from the very little bit that, you know, from people on here. Gene Callahan just hit my PayPal for 25 bucks. Thank you, Gene, buddy. I appreciate it, man. that will come in handy. That'll get one of Miss Lily's little pills that I need to buy tomorrow. So thank you for that, Gene. I appreciate it. Very, very nice of you. So, well, oh, okay. Outlook sending me an email. Sorry about that. Just announced the end of the Volkswagen Beetle. Ah, really? My first car, 1970 Volkswagen Beetle, my very first vehicle. I'm interested in purchasing a boat. That's why I started. Hey, Callie. Would be nice to hear sailing talk here. Well, we're trying to get to that if we can just buy all the troll stuff. Yep. Hey, Paul, good night, buddies. So, anyhow, maybe we'll have more luck getting into some real sailing stuff. And actually, you know, guys, if you remember, while I was on the road, when I was bringing the boat down from Lake Michigan, my live streams were always about, you know, where I was at, what was going on, the sailing. I did a lot of live streams while underway, going through the locks, that kind of stuff. Now that I am done with this little mini refit here in Port Washington and heading back out on the water, we're going to get back to being able to generate that kind of content. So I'm hoping you guys will understand, and I appreciate those people being patient and hanging out and listening along the way. But we're very quickly going to get back to you know, traveling and talking about what's going on while we're underway. And I'll be doing a whole lot of little mini live streams throughout the day as interesting things occur while we're out. Keep you guys abreast of where we're at. So you're going to see a lot more actually in action, not just me sitting here in the cockpit talking to you guys about, you know, what little stupid project I worked on the boat today. So, I mean, I just like doing the work. Why would I even want to talk about it? So I don't. Anyhow, on here is mostly Carl bashing, and it sucks. Yes, Trav, has been way too much of that. Yeah, Matt, let's, you know, that's going to get you blocked on here, Matt, bringing that up. There's a troll. Yep, Callie, I agree. I'm looking forward to it. We've been through a lot together, homesteading, sailing, Florida, Ohio, and the journey back to Florida. Well, thanks, Winston. I appreciate it. My trust was hidden. There you go. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. So, all right, kids. Well, listen, 116 people watching, only 14 thumbs up. So go ahead and hit the thumbs up if you would, guys. I appreciate it. Yep, Lily will be absolutely fine. Zap another pest. Thanks, Pilot. Appreciate it. Yep. Yep, that stuff just goes on and on and on and on, but we're making our way through it. And now it's going to get exciting. Once I get back on the road, you know, we'll be able to do some content while we're out there hitting along, and that'll be fun for everybody. So, Bill, no problem, brother. I no problem. And you have three. You have to understand, Bill, I've been a breeder of Labrador Retrievers my entire life. If you check with the American Kennel Club, you will see that I have had in excess of 1,000 puppies that have been registered labs that came from my breeding program. I have owned at one time as many as 13 Labrador Retrievers at one time, not during my lifetime, at one time. So I have bred and sold puppies and raised dogs and field trialed and hunted with Labradors for, you know, 45 years. So I think I know a little bit about them, and I don't mean to come off like a smart aleck, but, you know, no offense, you've owned three. You know, your level of experience with your three dogs is insignificant in comparison to, you know, the hundreds of Labradors that I've had in and around me during my lifetime. So and to give you a little practical experience with that as well, my sister Marianne Wiest, you can look her up, Wiest. You know, she is such she got me started with Labrador breeding, just to put this out there to maybe, you know, let people chill out a little bit. She's one of the leading breeders in the country for show dogs. Now, I don't like show dogs. My sister and I butt heads about this. She's one of these idiots that thought Labradors should be broken up into 2 separate breeds, that we should have the English, which is the short, fat Labradors that they take to the dog shows, and we should have the American style, which are the tall, skinnier dogs, more like Miss Lily. Labradors are for hunting. That's what they're for. They're a hunting dog. They're for hunting waterfowl, ducks, geese, turkeys. Well, not turkeys, but I get turkeys from. Oh gosh, and I've had no alcohol tonight. Ducks, geese is what they're for. You know, for hunting waterfowl. And so, you know, I've hunted with them a lot. But my sister Marianne was so high up in the rankings. She judges for the American Kennel Club. She's not just a Labrador breeder. She's a judge for Labradors in the AKC. And she also, for a while there, wrote the column for the AKC book on Labradors. She is a national authority on Labradors. She got us started in labs. She and I went different directions. She likes show dogs. I like field dogs. You know, I was happy to sell puppies for people that wanted a nice family pet for $500. She won't sell any of her puppies for less than $5,000. It's not where I'm at. So anyhow, just to give you guys a little background. So it's not that I'm frustrated, but you know, when people come along and try to tell me how to take care of my dog, and I'm like, really? Okay, whatever. I just don't have patience for it. And I guess I should have more patience, because you guys don't know my background. And even when I do tell people my background, nobody believes me anyway. So what's a guy to do? You know, what's a guy to do? Anyhow, what I miss in the chat? Well, I've been ranting here. What did the dog name you? Hey, Paul. Attitude. Labs, my favorite. Also, all chocolates. Yep. You know, I'm green as can be, looking to buy something. Want to mess it up, not have it safe. I'm retired. Time to enjoy. Well, Callie, you know, what you've got to be thinking about is not. You got to be thinking about what you're going to use it for. That's the criteria on what sailboat to buy, is what you're going to use it for. So, yep, labs are for hunting. Hey, Anchors Ahoy, how you doing? Comparing experience to the number of hounds you have owned is like saying the bigger the boat, the more experience you have. Not necessarily. Not the number. It's not the size of the boat. It's how many boats you've had. And when you've had as many boats as I've had labs, you'll have a lot of experience with boats, as I've had a lot of experience with labs. So, no, I disagree with that analogy. They are for getting kisses from. Gene, you are absolutely correct. That is what labs are best out of, are best for. Progress on the dinghy. No progress on the dinghy. Dinghy has a flat tire. It certainly does. Hey, Cliff, how you doing, buddy? Need to train her to bark at crab pots. She already does do that. Yeah, country cruiser, so what? She fell off. People fall off. Dogs fall off, you know. I went down the ladder and grabbed her and brought her back up. Not a problem. That your audience is transient, therefore sometimes you have to explain yourself more than once or twice. Oh, Winston, I do explain myself over and over and over again, buddy. If you've been around and watching my channel for that long, then you know I've explained myself over and over and over again. So anyhow, with that said, I've had enough abuse and we've used up a perfectly good hour. So I'm going to go move on with my evening and have some fun. And I will have more for you guys possibly tomorrow. So we will talk to you guys then. But anyhow, in the description down below, there's links to my PayPal and my Patreon, should you want to contribute to the adventure. Especially tomorrow, I got 60 bucks for 3 damn pills for the dog. 3 pills. 3 pills, 60 bucks. Unbelievable. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to close this out, guys. You be good and be careful. Take good care of one another. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Good night, everybody.